Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are. We're very happy to have you here in this ClickShare product launch webinar. As you may have seen, 2 days ago on Tuesday, we publicly launched the ClickShare Hub in our public launch. And today we want to take some time to give you a bit more technical and product details in this webinar. So what do we have in store for you today? I'm joined by Gauthier and Peter, the product managers for ClickShare, and they will give you some more background on the product value proposition, as well as product availability. And at the end of the webinar, I will give you a quick overview on the marketing assets that we have already prepared. There's a Q&A box at the bottom of the Zoom client, so if you have any questions throughout the webinar, please drop them in there. And with that, we're diving straight in and handing the word to Gauthier.
Thank you very much, Frauke, and welcome everybody also from my side. Now, what I want to start with is to do a little deep dive product, and then Peter is going to continue that and dive into the availability and ordering of these devices. Now, first of all, let's look at the world this device operates in. And we're coming back from a pandemic. A lot of people are having their hybrid meetings, and more people are still demanding more meeting rooms in their environment. More than 30% of all employees are actually actively demanding more meeting rooms to be available in their environment. Now, all this puts a lot of work into the hands of your IT manager, who has to look into how to integrate these rooms, how to integrate this technology, make sure that the entire setup is secure, that privacy is taken into account, and especially user adoption is a very important part. Are users going to be able to use these meeting rooms? Will they need training? Are they actually going to utilize the equipment in the room? Now, the UC and video conferencing market has known quite a transformation in the last couple of years. And there we can state that especially Teams as a UC client and platform has emerged as the global leader in terms of the platforms that's being used. Teams is being used by more than 70% of all the large companies worldwide and can be considered the dominant market player. Now, ClickShare has traditionally evolved to cater for these environments, where not only we provide solutions for pure BYOD rooms, which can be enhanced with the Teams BYOD experience. So these would be your traditional CX20, CX30, CX50 or ClickShare bar setups. But next to that, we have also worked into integrations with Teams rooms systems, where on the right, you see we can provide a C5 or C10 as a wireless ingest into the MTR, and with the CX50 Gen 2, we allow flexible use of meeting rooms equipped with the Teams room systems and enable people to actually bring their own devices and host meetings from their laptops as well, using the same equipment in the room. Now, we didn't stop with this pure device integration. Since February 2024, we have also entered into a partnership with Microsoft, where we looked into optimizing both the user experience, but also the life of the IT admin when using Teams with a ClickShare setup. Later that year, we also announced that we would join the MDEP program for future products. And this February, we have also showcased the latest innovations that Microsoft has been working with devices such as ClickShare in BYOD experiences. Now, all of this in the background has led to a closer collaboration with Microsoft, which leads us to today. We're very excited to announce to you the very new products from ClickShare called the ClickShare Hub. Now, the ClickShare, or the new products at least, consist out of 3 brand new products that we're bringing to the market. One is the ClickShare base units, new ClickShare buttons, and last but not least, a very new control panel. Looking at the ClickShare Hub, this will enable a modular system for any type of room. It will deliver a native room system experience, so the UC clients will run natively on the device, and it will enable you to do wireless presentation and conferencing. The hubs will come into 2 models, the Hub Core and Hub Pro. The the Hub Core being targeted for smaller rooms, single display rooms, and the Hub Pro targeted towards larger rooms with, amongst others, support for dual display setups. These new devices are built on the Microsoft Device Ecosystem Platform, or MDEP as short. Now, what is MDEP? Well, MDEP starts from a standard Android base layer. It is then further enhanced, secured, and approved by Microsoft. And then on top of that, ClickShare is further enhancing and securing the platform for use in enterprise environments. It will support for native Intune and other management platforms support. Looking at this, and especially these base units, we are taking a phased approach to market. We are going to be addressing one use case at a time, and we are going to start with the most important one, being able to wirelessly present in a native room system. As user experience, that means that you will be able to walk into the room, tap the control panel with a pre-scheduled meeting, and then add or give the button to whomever wants to present, insert the button in the laptop, click to share into the call. We know that, especially with ClickShare, also BYON and the ability to host the call from your own laptop is a key component of the experience that we deliver. And this will be one of the highest priorities next deliverables on these platforms. So stay tuned, this will be following soon after market availability. Looking at the details, we have the two devices there. The Hub Core will come with one button, the Hub Pro with two buttons. The Hub Core has a single display output, the Hub Pro a dual display output, and more capabilities will come to these platforms as we progress forward. Let's have a little look at the details of these devices. You see that both of these base units have a power supply or a power connector that is USB-C, have a LAN connector, and then the Hub Core has a single HDMI output next to two general purpose USB 3 ports, one USB 2 port that can be used to attach the control panel, and then a wired input for wired content ingest. On the front side of the device, we also have an additional USB-C port that can be used for pairing of the button, and on the side you will find a Kensington lock to secure the device. The Hub Pro adds a second HDMI output and two additional general purpose USB ports, which have internal capabilities that we will expose later on. However, these have or will have special capabilities in the future. For now, they can be used as standard USB ports. As I've said before, we are moving to a universal power supply for these units. Why? Well, on the one hand, because we have additional capabilities for this power supply, but also because we looked into the ecological impact of this power supply and found that even with a larger device like the ClickShare bar, the power supply is responsible for more than 15% of the CO2 emissions during production. To cater for this, we are moving toward general purpose power supplies, which mean that these can be reused if desired, and potential others can be used. Additional to that, the power supply will not be delivered by default in the box of the base unit, but can be purchased either separately and will also be part of a bundle that we provide through distribution. As I said, a USB-C power supply will be needed to power on the devices, and depending on the power supply that you attach on the device, if you provide more than 180 watts to the device, you will also be able to power your laptop when using the USB-C cable to do wired ingest into the base unit. Something new, but also not new, is that we are reusing the mounting disk that we have shipped so far with the C5, C10, CX20, and CX30. So these will also be delivered in the box and can even be reused from your old or current C5, C10, or CX2030 setup. But we're also launching a brand new wall mounting plate, which next to enabling you to secure the base unit, also enables you to secure the cables coming out of the devices. The devices of the ClickShare Hub has been specifically designed to make sure that everything that would potentially needed to be user accessible can be found on the front, so the USB-C port for pairing and the button to bring or take the device out of standby. All the other cabling will be found at the backside of the device. New base news, but also very exciting, a new generation of ClickShare buttons. These buttons will enable you to share in high quality with 4K native capabilities. They will allow you to share without running the ClickShare app through the DisplayPort capabilities of the USB-C port. They will obviously still be enriched by the capabilities of the ClickShare app if you use it or if you have it installed. And next to this, we will be using the Wi-Fi 6 E-bands that are available in this new standard, meaning we can provide a more robust, more secure, and more reliable connection between the base unit and the buttons. How does it work? Well, with this new button, we can guarantee the plug and play experience for anyone. So you can plug in the button, press the button, and be on screen no matter what happens. Next to this, and this is very important for us, you remain in control over what is shared to the display. You still need to press the ClickShare button to actually project your content. And with the ClickShare app, obviously, you are in full control over what you want to share into the call or onto the display. Using the ClickShare app next to the ClickShare button allows you greater control over what you are sharing, but also enables you to cater and guarantee the experience that you deliver to your end users. Note that if your laptop or device doesn't support the USB-C DisplayPort alt mode, the ClickShare app also provides a fallback for sharing in these cases. If you're using a USB-C to USB-A adapter, make sure to have adapters that are capable of handling USB-C 3 lanes or USB 3 lanes. More functions will be available in the app. Choose what you share, extended desktop, clone mode, or an application, and more capabilities will follow with the use of the ClickShare app. It is important to highlight that these new buttons will not be compatible with the current product range that is available in the market, and that the buttons that are currently provided with the C5, C10, CX, or ClickShare Bar product cannot be used with this new ClickShare Hubs. It is a new generation, so there is no compatibility with these current devices. Next, but not last but not least, I would say, is the ClickShare control panel. So a new control panel that you can use to start a meeting with your UC client running natively on the platform. Now, this device you can wire directly to the ClickShare Hubs, which means that there is no two devices to set up, no two devices to control or to put on the network. And most importantly, there will never be a loss of pairing or connection between the control panel and the ClickShare Hub. In terms of wiring, we have opted for a single cable solution, which means that you do not need to add a power supply on the table. Everything will be provided with the single 10-meter USB-C cable that will be found in the box of the control panel. If 10 meters is not enough, or there's no capability to pull a USB-C cable, we're also looking to develop a USB-C to USB-C CAT extender kit to extend the range of this connection over 10 meters. Important, and I would say especially for our US guests, is that this cable will be Plenum rated, so is safe to use in walls and air conduits. How to connect? We made it easy. Since this is an optical cable, it is directional. You will find a little indication on the cable to make sure you can plug it in the right port on the base unit. On the touch panel, it is quite easy to plug it in and to secure it, making sure it is safe from pulling or disconnects. The control panel itself can be mounted and installed in several ways. You can use it standing up or lying down on the table, where you can either let it free on the table or even secure it into or onto the table. But you can also wall mount this device if you have that requirement. The setup can work with a touch panel or with the control panel or without. If you use it without the control panel, make sure the display in the meeting room that is connected is a touch-enabled display. Sustainability has always been really important for us, and I'm very happy to state that all of our devices are without any harmful chemicals, either harmful for the environment or for the people. And next to this, all of these devices have a high amount of recycled plastic embedded in the system. Within sustainability, we are also further innovating, and you will find something really, really cool in the packaging, which is a paper bag that is transparent and somehow looks like plastic. Although it looks like plastic, note that it is actually paper and it can be recycled and will be found or will be put in the same bin as the rest of the package. With this, we will have close to no plastics in the package. Allow me then to recap the ClickShare Hub, bring you simplicity, flexibility in an all new and future-proof platform. I will now hand over the word to Peter, who will explain to you the rest of this product.
Thank you, Gauthier, and welcome from my side. I'm very excited to tell you more about the ClickShare Hub, how to manage it and how to set it up. On management, I'm happy to announce that the ClickShare Hub will be fully cloud managed. That means you'll be able to fully manage it in XMS Cloud. Wait a second for the slide. Yes, you'll be able to fully manage it in XMS Cloud. What is the big advantage is that XMS Cloud is a mature cloud management platform that you can use for all your ClickShare devices. And it will have all the functions that you know that XMS Cloud supports for our C and CX range today. That means you'll be able to govern the settings individually or via templates, being able to follow up on the health of the base units. If there is something, an event will come in, and you'll have incident management to follow up on an incident, ability also to reach out to our Barco support services. The ClickShare Hub will also generate insights on its usage that you will be able to consult in XMS Cloud to clearly identify how the meeting rooms are being used. An important note, and this is a difference between our older CX line, is that the ClickShare Hub will only be supported in XMS Cloud and not in XMS Edge. That is because the ClickShare Hub is a fully internet connected solution. Now, let me tell you how to enroll a device, and you could say set up a device and have it in XMS Cloud, is that you don't actually have to wait for your ClickShare Hub to be on site. You will be able to already start the device enrollment before you get the units on site, and this will be in XMS Cloud. In XMS Cloud, there will be a room pre-provisioning functionality where you will be able to create a room and already give it a configuration that you will need to have it once you deploy it physically. And then when the day has come, when the units come on site, you only need to get the ClickShare Hub out of the box. There will be a QR code stickered on the base unit that you can scan with your mobile device. That will open up XMS on your mobile device, and then you simply need to select which room you have already prepared. Then it will be time to power on the unit and get it connected to the internet. Once it's connected to the internet, the unit will pull down its configuration so it can be activated and you can start using the device. But no panic. If you want to set up a device and you have not done the pre-provisioning in XMS Cloud, there is no problem. When you scan the QR code, you will simply be able to create a new room on the fly. Then next, you've got the device up and running, it's activated. No, ClickShare has you covered. It has a 3-year warranty after activation, and as Barco, we stand behind our ClickShare product, giving you a direct support service. And this is 24/7 support service offered by Barco to you. And I'm very proud to be able to say that more than 80% of all the issues that are being brought to our support service are being resolved in a single day. Then an overview of these new accessories. Gauthier already mentioned there is a new button. It has a slightly different form factor, and that's why it also comes with a new tray. The new tray has been designed to fit 2 buttons and can be wall mounted, but it can also be opened up and actually just put on the table where you slide the buttons in. To mention, because of the different form factor, it is not compatible with the old trays of the ClickShare buttons. But on the new wall mount plate, there I can happily mention that the wall mount plate is compatible with the current C and CX range. On the USB-C cable that can be used as an accessory for wired input, that cable is backwards compatible and can be used also for the CX50 Gen 2. So this gives you actually a nice overview of the main parts, power supplies, and accessories that we have been talking about. After the webinar, you will be able to get the slides, and this can be used for you as a nice overview of all these parts. Then on to product availability. How are we going to make these products available? So to make things very easy, we have created together with the distributors 2 pre-configured bundles. One for the Hub Pro and another one for the Core. What will be in those bundles? In the Hub Pro bundle, you will find the Hub Pro with 2 buttons, the control panel, including the cable to connect it, a 100-watt power supply, and a matching power cord and the 2-in-1 tray. For the Core, this will be the Core, 1 button, the control panel with the cable, 100-watt power supply, and the power cord. This will be ideal for standard setups. But with a room system, you would often like to customize the room system to have an ideal fit with the room that you will be deploying it in. That's why we're also offering each component to be bought separately. That means you can get the Hub Pro or the Hub Core and then combine it with a power supply of your liking. If, for example, you want to have power delivery, you want to opt for the 180-watt power supply. But at the same time, the ecological footprint is there. If you already have, it works as mentioned as a standard USB-C power supply, and you already have power supply in the room, then there is no need for a power supply to be shipped over and in the end not being used and only leading to electronic waste. So that is a good thing that you can customize for that. Likewise, for the control panel, if you would, for example, have a setup where you have a large touchscreen and you actually want to prefer not to have the control panel in the room, you can customize for that and then choose not to have the control panel. And also for the accessories, the same holds true. Now, to be clear, when this product then becomes available, what will the capability be? You will have the ClickShare Hub running a native room system with the new generation button being able to input content into the room system. It will not yet have the capability to host a call using the button from your laptop. That is something we will work on, and it will come through a firmware that will come later. So keep tuned. There will be an update that will allow you to use the button if you plug it into your laptop and then use the audio video peripherals to host the call just on your laptop. When will the product be available? First availability, we expect to have it by the end of the year, and that will be in the US, Canada, and in Western Europe. Further availability will then come in the first quarter of 2026 in Asia, up until leading in a full global availability then in these regions in the second quarter. We want to be able to offer you the training at the right moment in time. If we look towards the availability, that's going to be at the end of 2025. We are choosing to start training in end of Q3 and leading indeed into Q4. So what we're going to do is start in September with the training for distributors and the ClickShare Hub, the training centers. And then the end of September, we're going to actually start with the sessions for resellers. That will be online training sessions, 1.5 hours, both sessions for sales as well as for technical profiles. And there will be multiple sessions throughout this period of 3 months. In November, you can also expect that all the training materials will be updated also for the regular ClickShare trainings to include everything about the ClickShare Hub. Once the product is then available in 2025, 2026, then also the how-to videos online will be updated. Now on pricing. On the Hub Core, and here it is the Hub Core with one button, a power supply of 100 watt and a power cord, the price will be 2,350 euros or dollars. On the Hub Pro, with a 100 watt power supply and a power cord, this will be 3,350 euros or dollars. For the bundles I just mentioned, for the Hub Core bundle, that will be 3,250 euros or dollars, and then for the Pro, 4,330 euros or dollars. And that is outside of the United States. For the United States, we're offering TEA compliant units. For the Core, that will be $2,700. For the Core, including 100 watt power supply power cord with one button, and for the Pro, 3,800. For the Pro, 100 watt power supply and the power cord. The bundles will have the same configuration as I described. For the Hub Core bundle, it will be 3,850, and for the Hub Pro bundle, it will be $5,050. This gives you a full pricing overview with the different part numbers for your reference that you can use once you have the slides after the webinar, and gives you a nice overview of all these components that we described. So how does the ClickShare Hub fit into the portfolio? You see that it is an extension of our current portfolio, offering an extension on what we do with modular systems to offer next to the CX range, which is BYOD. We offer now the ClickShare Hub, which is a native room system. So it's not a replacement for any product we currently have. It is an extension of our portfolio. Now, I want to give back the word to Frauke, who's going to give you more information on the marketing collateral.
Thank you very much, Peter and Gauthier, for walking us through the product and what it can do and the different features. Now, I will take a few minutes to give you an overview about the marketing collateral, because launching a product is great, but it's even greater if everybody knows about it. So that's why we have prepared a set of assets for you. First of all, we have a ClickShare product presentation that covers what the product is, what it can do, the different features and functions. We also have spec sheets available in different languages that can be downloaded on the website. We refer to the website because then you're sure you always get the latest version. We have comparison sheets that give an overview of not only the ClickShare Hub Pro versus the ClickShare Hub Core, but also the differences between the Pro range and the CX range. And we have a catalog entry that gives a short little description and some overview about what the product can do. From a real marketing and campaign point of view, we have developed some co-brandable ads that have the ClickShare branding and where you can add your own branding. We have roll-up banners prepared that you can use at events. We also have a product video covering the ClickShare Hub Pro and the ClickShare Hub Core. The webinar video is also made available on YouTube. We have product descriptions and product and application pictures so that you can use them in your own collateral. Again, we refer to the product pages not only for the spec sheets, but also for the general product information. And we have a product comparison page as well. Now, what is still in the pipeline? We have a sales asset and how to install a video that will be made available closer to the product availability. We're also still working on the product brochure and the ClickShare family brochure that will also come closer to availability, and some product one-pagers. And with that, I would like to thank you again for joining this webinar. We will leave the line open, so if you still have questions, by all means, drop them in the Q&A box below. We will make the slides and the webinar available after this webinar, so you will get them by email. And if you have any other questions after this webinar, don't hesitate to contact your regional Barco contacts. Thank you very much for joining, and see you next time.